All right, folks, one of the best weekends of the year here in Las Vegas. Brian Blessing with our good buddy Tony Miller, the Golden Nugget, the college games of the year. This is brought to you by our good friends at oddsworthbetting.com. Check their featured pick of the day below the video. Tony Miller, how many years you been doing this?
Nice, our 9th year, Brian.
Unbelievable, right? And the learning curve. You do it with your right-hand man, Aaron Kessler. You get good help from our good friend Bruce Marshall.
Yep.
What have you learned in the process over the years?
Oh man, it's we learn something new every year, and we learn a lot about power ratings. We learn a lot about these smaller teams too.
Smaller tiers.
Smaller tier teams, yeah. Like the Northern Illinois, the Toledos, and stuff like that. Everyone knows about the big teams. It's the lower ones.
But the thing is, right, I mean, Northern Illinois, it matters as much to you as Ohio State. If it's on the board, they're coming at you.
Absolutely. We have a Northern Illinois-Toledo game on the board. So we have to learn about all these teams' offenses and defenses both.
And the number you landed on this year, 165, in the beginning it was smaller, then you went nuts.
Yeah.
Is this the good number? Is this a good range, about 165 for you?
Between 150 and 175 is good. One year we went over 200 and it was just too much, and we stretched ourselves too far. So it's going to be around 150 to 160.
I can tell you, I can only imagine what it's like, in that room for you. I go back to the days at LVSC when the opening numbers for March Madness. The games are announced and you got to get the numbers out. And that give and take in that hot stove session is so unique, to be a fly on the wall for that. And I'm sure you guys went through that same process with agreements, disagreements, but ultimately landing on a number that's going to have you in a good spot.
We did. All three of us came up with our own separate numbers. We met yesterday for like 8 hours, and we pounded out every team. And we had disagreements on some. I was high on a lot of teams, and the other guys were lower. So, yeah, we fought it out, and we came up with a consensus and a good number.
Ohio State, there's a prop at the Golden Nugget. Yes, minus 240 to go unbeaten during the regular season.
Well, that's down to $1.20 now.
Come on. Now, that's a late development because we did the show with you here last week, and it was still 240, right?
Yeah, well, when the season win totals came out, people started popping it, and they bet it all the way down from minus 240 to $1.20.
Well, in essence, then, it would seem to me, from all the discussions we've had about that, that's clearly a focus on the Michigan game, right? They have to be thinking Michigan would be the possible upsetter. And if that's the case and you took that much money during the week, did that impact the number you put out for Ohio State and Michigan?
Absolutely. Michigan's a big stepping stone in their schedule with Jim Harbaugh there. But I was more inclined to think it would be Michigan State. Mm-hmm. So those are the last two games of the season for Ohio State, and those are going to be tough ones.
How about a team like TCU? We talked on the phone this morning. You mentioned Ohio State. Urban Meyer. You have to respect what a guy like Gary Patterson does. You personally, Tony, can you put and assign a value for a coach? I mean, do you inflate a number because of a coach?
Oh, absolutely. Harbaugh's a great example. Patterson's another one. These guys are worth 4, 5, 6 points on a game. And, a great example is going to be Michigan. I'm telling you right now, he'll have that team pumped up and ready to smack everybody every week.
Well, this is a great day. It really has turned into a major event. You got to be so pleasantly surprised. A number of years ago, you started doing this with the 25 games. Basically, all the sharps in town. I mean, there's chum on the floor here. These are shark-infested waters.
It's funny. At 1:30 when we open these up, it's us against them, and they come to the counter trying to take us out at the knees. And, hey, we'll see who's got the best number.
But you also use these guys because it's good for you to know your clientele, but you've got the luxury of bringing the best of the best in here. To that end, you've got a brand new, well, you've done it before, but a new format for your Friday football contest. Maybe let the folks know that anybody wants to pop into Vegas, there's some big balloons on the line here.
Yeah, today also we opened up our Friday football showdown contest. It's a $2,000 entry. You pick 7 picks every week, and you can pick between the pros, the colleges, or totals on the board. And you get 7 picks every week, and like I said, $2,000 entry, unlimited entries. The prize pool's all coming back to the public, so it's going to be huge.
You look pretty calm, but it's the calm before the storm.
I'm kind of nervous, man. It's been a chore getting these games ready, and it was fun doing them, and now the time is here. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because a lot of money coming over the counter today.
One final question for you, and I think this would be very interesting to the viewers out there. The Sharks come, they make a bet on, let's pick a TCU, for example, and there's a couple of bets that come on TCU in a couple of early games. You and Aaron are in the back. You're not just moving TCU for that game. You have to consider the remainder of the schedule. If it's a play on or a play against, 1 or 2 big bets, and if you're thinking you're seeing a trend, you're moving 7 games.
Yeah, we'll have guys come to the counter, and these are sharp guys, and they're not bet the game once. They bet it 5 times. straight. So, we'll move the game a point or a point and a half, and they'll keep on betting us. So obviously we have a wrong lineup according to them. We'll take 5 hits in a row. We'll take the game down. We'll look at the rest of the schedule and make some adjustments, and we'll see how it pans out.
He's a great guy. He's a smart guy. Bottom line is they want to win some money, but the bottom line is get a lot of pub out of this.
All right, it's been great. It's a good thing for the Golden Nugget, and it's fun.
Thanks, Tony. Best of luck. It's a great day in Las Vegas. It's one of our big days of the year. The college games of the year. Hey, the folks they can get their mitts on these, right? I mean, these will be pretty much circulated everywhere.
Coming out in a few minutes, so all the lines will be online, and they're everywhere. So yeah, take a look.
All right, Tony Miller, the college games of the year from the Golden Nugget.